most important new skill, well, first, it's just getting the hang of navigation at all. The fact that you now have to control the mech. You've still got the complexity of shooting with your hands. Unlike some other mech games where they're basically turrets and shoot where the direction your face goes, you've still got just the 6th degree of freedom action of your hands and your face. And previously it was 2 6-off controls of your hands. Now you've got your body to move as well, and as well your head can look around. So just getting a hang of the multiple dimensions of control at all, don't worry about anything else. But one combat thing, remember to use your shields. And remember that your shields now, you got to think about where they're facing because your enemy might be behind you.
I'd say try that medium mech or maybe even the light mech. Don't go right to the heavy mech because it's got the most health, because it's hard to do damage with the medium and light mechs. Those things can deal damage. You just got to have some skill to learn how to move with it properly.
There are 4 sliders: power, energy, shield, and weapons. So you can change these sliders up and down accordingly to the gameplay, and you can only maximize 2 sliders at once. So let's say you're in battle. You want to have maybe your defense and your damage sliders up, because you can do a lot of damage, but also you can also take damage.
You can adjust your speed, your shield, your energy in the game. And so a good thing to do in the beginning is to actually increase your speed, which would be in the top right-hand corner when the game starts, so you can actually get to the enemies faster. And then later on in the game, you probably want to boost up your shield and your damage when you're shooting, when you're actually in combat.
And so what you want to do is when you're getting close to an opponent, the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to automate your panels on this side so that you can deal more damage to your opponent. And then when you're trying to escape and get away, the next thing you want to do is immediately switch your panels over on the right side, because it's going to speed you up so you can get up and out of damage faster.
Let's say you're low on health, but you want to run away because you need to get a health pack. You can put up your speed slider as well as your defense, so that you'll take less damage if you're getting shot at, but also run away quickly. So that's probably the most difficult thing to do, just remembering the sliders and to put them up when you need to.
And that's all part of the interactive cockpit that we added to Archangel Hellfire, which allows the player to not only shoot the outside world, but interact with elements of the cockpit during the game.
And I feel like it's hard at first when you're first playing, because you want to get used to the controls, but once you get a hold of that technique, I found myself enjoying the game a little bit more and having a lot more fun, because I did see that I was doing more damage and that I was able to escape when I wanted to, because there's a lot of crevices and stuff in the map, so you want to be able to move fast and escape out of those.
Well, probably the good tactics I would say at the beginning would be play the big heavy mech and crank the damage up. On the heavier mech, the movement demands a little bit less, so you don't have to. It's more about delivering the pain and sort of cornering your opponent in the map and then pinning them down. A little bit easier to play than the lighter, faster mechs where you really have to master the movement, master turning and environmental awareness. That's the most fundamental thing.